All right, everybody, we're recording, and we're going to do a video that I'm going to title The Complete Motorcycle Rider's Guide. The Complete Motorcycle Rider's Guide. Now, I have a GoPro on, and we have it all hooked up with a microphone, and so this should be in stereo. We're going to try to do it in 4K, so click quality and try to go to 4K. And we're going to cover everything on how to ride a motorcycle. So let's get started. And the first thing that we're going to do, double check that we're recording. Yep. First thing that we're going to do is clean the lens. And everyone always asks, can you do a video that covers everything in one video? So this is what we're going to do in this video. We're going to cover counter steering, freeway riding, the twisties, how to brake, how to stop, how to shift, everything in one jam-packed video. We're going to take you from beginner rider to intermediate rider to advanced rider in the twisties. We're not going to talk a lot as much as we're going to go riding real quick. So let's get started. First thing you need to know is what everything does. This is the gear shift lever. So imagine a ladder. You know how you have rungs on the ladder and you climb up the ladder? Every time you're putting your foot like this and you kick up right here with your toe, you're going up gear. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, in between first and second, on motorcycles, they'll tend to be neutral right here. So we're going to get on and show you that. So if I'm in first and I do a slight tap up, you'll be in neutral. And if I tap up again, I'll be in second. If I'm in second and I do a slight tap down, I'll be in neutral. If I hold the clutch in and just kick all the way down, not a slight tap, but a full force, stronger tap, I'll show you that, I'll be in first. So everything traditionally on the Japanese bikes and the left side has to do with shifting. This is the clutch lever. You're going to pull this in, kick into the gear you want down here, and then once you're in gear, release the clutch lever and then go back onto throttle. You always release the throttle while you're shifting. Everything on this bike on the left is shifting. Clutch lever and then the gear shift lever down there on the ground on the left side. When you're on the bike on the right side, it has to do with going. Notice throttle, you have the front brake, going and stopping, going, front brake, and then this is the rear brake. You put your heel here and then you put your toe like that to stop. Now what we're going to do, we're going to cover all those things, shifting, braking, how to start as a new rider. Now the motorcycle of our choice today is the epic Kawasaki Z1000. This is 1,043 cc's. It is liquid cooled, fuel injected, and then it is 6-speed. And so we're going to get on it and let's take you for some training. Now, look at my gloves. Let's talk about gear also. Notice the fingers here are digitized in the materials where I can interact with the ATM machines and I could interact with my cell phone. Most gloves are not like that, so try to find some gloves that have that. So when you get on the bike, kickstand up, you just kick it and it's spring loaded. It goes. When you get on the bike and you're new, you're going to want to have storage, and this here is epic. I strongly suggest Joe Rocket. They're not a sponsor or anything like that. Joe Rocket tank bag. These magnets are the strongest I've ever seen in any manufacturer. I've had tank bags that are great when you're going like 30 or 40, but you start getting on the freeway and you're going to lose it. Your tank bag will actually lift up off the tank. This thing is not going anywhere. It's extremely strong. Also, take a look at the helmet. See if I could show this to you. So you notice I have a drop-down visor here. I can pull the lever and the drop-down visor is within my helmet. It'll lift or raise depending on the sun. So see how we have the sun ready to set, so it starts getting kind of blinding when that happens. So it's good to have a helmet where you have the internal visor, and then we have the mesh jacket with CE armor. Now listen to this. We have the Akrapovic exhaust. Check this out. See if I can get close. Now you have the throttle here, the starter here. This kills the bike, shuts the motor off. You have the dash here in the middle. See the tack? You have the fuel gauge, the clock, and this is just a handlebar. This is the turn signal here, left turn signal, see it right here, right turn signal. You push in to cancel out the turn signal. Okay, so now you're new, you want to ride. Keep both feet down, pull the clutch lever in, kick down with your left foot, watch the neutral light, it's now in first. So, excuse me, notice how I have the clutch lever in and we're not going anywhere. Slowly let the clutch lever out and pull it right back in as soon as it starts to move forward. Keep both of your feet down and watch this. Keep your hand here by the front brake. You let the clutch lever out, pull it right back in. That's called the friction zone. Get to figure out how your bike hits that friction zone. Do that like 50 times. Then what you're going to do, make sure you go to a parking lot like this, giant Target parking lot or something. You're going to let the clutch out slowly while giving it a little bit of throttle. Keep letting the clutch out. Look forward, don't look down. You'll get dizzy or distracted. And you let the clutch all the way out, give it a little bit of throttle, and practice your stopping. So you're going to pull the clutch lever in. Notice where I'm not even putting the brake on, it's just starting to slow down, and do that for a while. Now when you want to stop, let's practice that again. Watch how we do this. Keep the handlebars straight. If you stop and the handlebars are crooked, you could tip over. Watch, clutch lever in, squeeze the right front brake, get your feet ready to come down, keep the clutch lever in, and now you've stopped. See, you just keep practicing that. Now let's go out on the roads and we'll show you how to go up some gears. So notice, we're coming to a stop sign. See it right here on the right? So what do? You're in first, clutch lever in, slowly squeeze that front brake, have your left foot go down. Here we go, our turn. Now, we're going to go down on the roads, and so let's say you've advanced to going on the roads, then we'll take you on the freeways, and then we're going to go on the twisties. We're going to try to make this as fast a video as possible. So watch, you're coming up to stop, clutch lever in, slowly squeeze the front brake at slow speeds. I just kind of squeeze that front brake. Now you're getting ready to go, no one's there. Clutch lever out while you're giving it a little bit of throttle, and you use your ears to listen. You listen to how it sounds. Listen. Now what? Release throttle, clutch lever in, kick up to second, release clutch lever. You see how you did that? So we're in second now. Now watch. We're going to go up to third. Release throttle, pull clutch lever in, kick up to third. Then and only then do you release the clutch lever. Now, notice I'm still in third. You're always going up and down a ladder. Now, what do here? I start to slow down. I'm braking, clutch lever in, kick down to second, release, clutch lever in, kick slightly down. Notice I'm in neutral. No one's here, so let's go. Put it in first. I was going to show you something, but car came up behind me. So now watch, we're going to go up to second. Now I'm going to get right to freeway. Remember, when you want to shift, we're going to go up to third. Release throttle. Now pull clutch lever in, kick up to third, release clutch lever, roll back on. But you do it, real fast. If you're going at a slow speed where the engine's going to start to bog down, watch, I'll go down to second. Clutch lever in, kick down to second. Now watch this, a slight tap down from second. See the neutral light right there above the eject button. That's just a comedy eject button. There's obviously no eject button. Well, let's see. Oh my gosh! No, I'm just kidding. There's no eject button. The guy in front of me is like, take a chill pill. So we're in first. Give it throttle. Release the clutch lever. Now we're going to get on the freeway. So we're going to go up to second. Watch. Release throttle, clutch lever in, kick up to second, roll back onto throttle. Now, freeway, we're in second here. Freeway, I like to say, go with the flow of traffic or slightly faster. You know, you don't want to go over the speed limit, but watch, we're in second. Watch this, slight tap down. I'm in neutral, and notice I'm coasting. Just a slight tap down, and then I'll coast. So we're going to get on the freeway here on the right. Let me get my nose itched. Notice I'm in neutral, I have both feet planted, I have the front brake held because we're like on a hill. Watch how we get on the freeway. If no one's there, I'll get some good speed for you. If someone's in front of me, I'll try to pass them. Wait a minute. Let's just go now. I just saw a motorcycle. See if we can. So notice we're first, coasting, now back. What the heck? So this guy on the motorcycle is like carrying something. Go ahead, brother. I'll help him. No? They're returning something to the store. I really got you something weird. They're not even in the lane. Okay, so we're gonna pick it up here. Now watch. Release throttle, clutch lever in, kick up, release clutch lever. Now we're gonna get off to the twisties. Notice I'm not near anybody. Try to stay. I'm just checking on those motorcycle people, they got off. Try to stay like away from people, far away. Now, can I get around this thing? I'm trying to show you something. Let's go this way. Notice how the tach, I'm at 5,000 RPM, 65 miles per hour. You want the tach kind of revved up a little bit high like that. Oh great, this motorcycle. Somebody wants to get over. Now I'm gonna upshift. You want the tach kind of raised up like that in the high end so you have instant power. You don't want the motor to be bogged down. Nice Mustang. So now we're going to show you some counter steering here, just kind of show you something. Well, we won't get to counter steering yet. Let me show you how you take a corner. See how the corner is going to the right? I'm going to stay on the left. I'm not going to hug the corner. Now I pull into the corner as it's turning in, you know, the apex. And that's how I do it. I don't hug the corner. It's less strain on the bike. You're less likely to crash. So notice I'm downshifting. Never put your front brake on going around a corner if you can help it, because you can crash. You have little patches of rubber on, just 2 little patches of rubber, not like this car with 4, right? 2 little patches of rubber. When you put that front brake on while you're going around a corner, you can lose traction and you can crash. You ever see these MotoGP motorcycle races where the guy's going into a corner and all of a sudden he just crashes? And you're like, I don't get it. He was going straight. How did he crash? Well, what happened, they will approach a corner very fast. They'll brake before the corner and then turn into it. So sometimes what you're seeing, they're going straight and then it locks up and then, you know, they crash. So now we're going to show you some twisties, okay? And back to how we stop. I'm sorry to go from one thing to the other, but I'm giving you the real-time training. Downshift. Notice I haven't put the brake on yet. Now a slight tap, excuse me, down from second. We're in neutral, still coasting. Notice I'm going very slow, like 7 miles per hour, so I'll put it in first. I'll keep that clutch lever in, pull the clutch lever in, and put it in first to, you know, where I don't have to come to complete stop and then go. So we have traffic here. So what I'm going to do is, is this a middle lane? Yeah, let's pull over in this middle lane here and let them go, because I want to show you something. want to get some distance so I can pick up some speed and show you counter steering, because we have a corner coming up here. Let's go. Well, better not, because this guy's a big vehicle. I don't want him to panic. All right, good. We'll just let him go. So we have, right after this light, we have some sharp, twisty corners at higher speeds. I mean, really good speeds. What I'm about to tell you is the #1 reason why I see people crash. I also strongly suggest, I have nothing to do with this YouTube channel, but go to Moto Madness, M-O-T-O, and then the word madness. You'll see GoPro crashes. You know, some of my videos have been, they're not crash videos, but just funny things like I've caught on video. You'll see these videos of these guys crashing. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to show you counter steering. I'm going to go down here and then come right back out. But watch this. Counter steering, and then we're going to go hit that corner, because I got to show you. Counter steering is, if I pull back, watch, on the right, we go to the left. If I pull back on the left, we go to the right. Okay, we're going to turn around here. So at higher speeds, this is how you roll. At higher speeds, you're not just going to lean. Let me show you. We're going to go hit this high-speed corner, and this is important because you could die if you don't get it right. If I'm going into a corner to the right, what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to put the handlebars like that. Not as dramatic, but I'm going to apply pressure, and that's going to lean me into the right. I know it looks weird because we're turning left, but it's going to turn us right. So you're not going to even notice it. It's just going to be a slight pressure as you're turning into that corner. Okay, so now we're going to show you, we're going to make sure we have nobody in front of us. Practice counter steering. Make sure no one's behind you. You know, if a cop's behind you, they're going to think you're drunk. Pull back on the left, you go to the right. Pull back on the right, you go to the left. That's all it is. I know it seems weird because it's counterintuitive. You mean like by moving the handlebars to the left, I go to the right, moving to the right, I go to the left. But at higher speeds, it's called counter steering, and it happens. Okay, we have no traffic in front of us. That dude's going. I'm going to go. Here we go. Let's let him go, because see, it's 50. We're going to hit it. Wait a minute. Ready. Set. Let's go. Because counter steering really comes into play when you hit it at these higher speeds. We're at 45. Let's get up to speed. 50. Now, you got a corner coming up to the left. What are you going to do? You're going to slightly pull towards you on the right handlebar, just a slight push forward on the left, pulling back slightly on the right towards you, and pushing forward ahead of you on the left. I'm going to count on when it hits 3, I'm going to do it and watch the effect. Ready? Let's shift up, get some more speed. On 3. 1, 2, 3. See how we did that? Now we have one right after another going this way and that way and this way and that way coming up here. So watch, on 3 we're going to pull back on the left. 1, 2, 3. Look at the sign. We're going to pull back on the left on 3. Watch. 1, 2, 3. And when I say pull back, it's more like a pressure. Look at the sign. Pulling back on the right will lean us to the left. I'm like pulling back just slightly towards me, and I'm pushing forward the other way. So it's sort of like that and that, counter steering. Right here, I would pull back towards me on the right, applying pressure forward on the left handlebar. Got real cold through here. Feels good though. So I don't know if you can see it, but we're going down an extremely steep hill. So when you want to stop, don't do the amateur thing that people do where they hold the clutch lever in while braking, and then they're slowing down 50, 40, 30, 20, and you're still in 6th gear because you're not shifting downward. And then what happens, you go to stop and you stall the bike because you let the clutch out and you're still in 6th. Or I've seen guys, and we're almost where I'm going to show you how to do it here to stop. Looks like the Grand Canyon here practically. I've seen guys get to the light and then right away they're hitting down real fast to try to get to first because the light just turned green. No, this is what amateurs do. You are going to do it the right way. I'm going to show you the right way to do it, guys. So here's what you do. So picking up speed here. Let's see what gear. I'm all the way up in 6th gear because you're going downhill. Now watch what I'll do. I see everyone stopping. There's a stop sign. No brake. We're going to go down to 5th. Notice 45 miles per hour, 40. But I don't want that engine to get bogged down. You look at the tach, 2,000 RPMs is starting to get bogged down. So I'll downshift. Notice, still not braking. No one's behind me. If no one's behind you, you can just kind of kick back and do that. Downshift again. Now, you don't want to downshift to first, okay, unless you're going extremely slow, like at a slow walking pace. Slight tap down from second. Look, I'm in neutral. See that? So, we're going to show you some more counter steering, and I'm going to let those cars get some distance. Here we go. We're in 2nd, so you want to go to 3rd. What do? Release the throttle, clutch lever in, kick up to 3rd, release clutch lever, roll back onto throttle. What are you going to do here? You want to counter steer, 50 miles per hour, going 50, shifting upward, pulling back on the left, just slightly. Now, if it's a gradual corner, you can lean it. Well, why can't you just lean around the corner? Let me tell you why. These motorcycles, you know, they seem light because when you're on them, you're balanced like that. You get to a light and it seems really light. When it tips over, you're like, damn, this thing's heavy. Well, imagine going through a corner like that. And as you're going through that corner, and we have some traffic here. As you're going through this corner, you can't just, let's say you're going a sharp left corner, then the stop sign will get to go. But let's say you're going through this sharp corner to the left at high speed. Pull your horn, dude. Pull the horn. No? Okay. I tried. Probably talking to a hobo. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're not going to go through this. Look at all that smoke over there. I am going to turn around. Thanks, brother or sister. Look at all that dust. I ain't going through that. Besides, it's nothing up there but slowness. So here we go. We'll race the train. We're going to hit this right here. Let's hope no one's turning back and like what I'm doing. We're going to pull back on the right on 3. Let's get 1. Well, hold on. This is kind of gradual here. This is kind of gradual, so I can lean this. Yeah, we're going 50. I can lean it. We're going to go back to those other twisties. Now, I strongly suggest you take the MSF course, Mary Sam Frank. It's Motorcycle Safety Foundation, MSF course. I'm a student of the MSF course. Notice I downshifted all the way to neutral while we're coming up to the light. Now let's let these guys go ahead so I can pick up some really good speed. I'm going to show you the acceleration of the Z1000. Go ahead. Go ahead. No one's behind me. Okay, here we go. We'll pass this car in front of us. So we're in first. Let's go to the gears. Second. 40. 50. Third. Fourth. Fifth. We're not going to pass because we have oncoming traffic. But you get the idea. You're always shifting up and down a ladder. Now, this is a very steep hill. This bike is 1043 cc, so it has torque also and power to be in. Check it out. We're now, we're in 6th gear. We're in 6th gear going up this very steep hill, and it's okay. It doesn't really need to be downshifted. But if you're riding, let's say, a 500 or a 300, the Ninja 300, what you'll do, you'll downshift, and those bikes like to be ridden in the high area of the power band of the tack. But your bike's very heavy.